Who's ready to learn about eating healthy?
Tomato, 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 tomato. I don't know.
I found one! Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be learning about the difference between fruits and vegetables and learning how much fruit and vegetables you should be eating every single day, as well as the nutrient and health benefits of eating fruits and vegetables. So go ahead, grab yourself a banana, sit back, relax, while we learn about healthy eating. Before we go ahead and start talking about the similarities and the differences of fruits and vegetables, we need to go ahead and have a quick science lesson on the different parts of a plant. A plant starts with a seed and eventually pushes through the soil up into the open air, and you can see then the stem, the leaves, and sometimes flower. Alright, now let's go back to comparing fruits and vegetables. How do we know the difference between a fruit and a vegetable? Let's start off by talking about how they're similar, or what they have in common, and then we can go and talk about how they're different. We know that both fruits and vegetables are good for you. Both fruits and vegetables are high in something called fiber. Both have a lot of vitamins and nutrients in them, and both are essentially good for you. The more fruits and vegetables you eat in your diet, the less bad foods you're gonna want. Now, let's go ahead and talk about their differences. Or do you already know how they're different? The differences between fruit and vegetables are decided by scientists. These scientists are called botanists. A botanist is somebody that studies plants. When we eat the seed-bearing structures that develop from the ovaries of the plant, that is considered to be a fruit. Let me explain. Every fruit starts with a flower.
But just because a plant has a flower doesn't mean that it produces fruit.
I'm on a mission to find me a cucumber. They're here, I just haven't found one yet. Oh, come here, little cucumber, cucumber. I found one! I want you to notice that there's a flower, all right? We had talked about this. We have our stem, the leaves, and the flower. But that's not what we eat when we eat a cucumber. We eat the actual cucumber, which would make it a fruit. I found some! I actually found 3. A little fun fact about cucumbers that I didn't know, but they actually have these little spikes on them. And I guess by the time you get them in the grocery store, they've already been washed and they come off pretty easily. I found that really interesting. See, you learn something new every day. A fruit is a mature ovary or ovaries of a plant after it's been pollinated.
I bet you also didn't know that a tomato was a fruit.
The tomato is the seedy outgrowth from the plant. Let's go ahead and pick some while we're at it. Ooh, I see some good ones. These aren't ready to be picked yet because they're not red.
Another way to describe if a fruit or vegetable is ready to be harvested or eaten is by the word ripe. If a tomato is ripe, it's ready to be eaten.
Every fruit starts with a flower. The purpose of flowers on plants is to help the plant reproduce or make more of itself.
I'm not sure if you can see the insects flying around in the background, but that's what's helping to pollinate the plants. Now let's take a look at vegetables. Vegetables have been described by botanists as plants that you eat the root, stem, or leaves of.
Let's look at a carrot, for example. When you eat a carrot, the part beneath the surface is the carrot as we know it. It is considered to be the root of the plant. Therefore, that would make it a vegetable. The leaves are what stick out from the ground. So you have the ground, the carrot, and the leaves are what stick out of the ground. We typically don't eat the leaves of a carrot. You just eat the carrot.
But Hurley's a special boy, and he does eat the leaves.
Let's go carrot.
These are good. I'm gonna take your...
Let's go ahead and review.
To put simply, fruits contain the seeds of the plant, whereas a vegetable is eating any other part of the plant, whether it's the root, the stem, or the leaves of the plant. So when you think of vegetables, I want you to think of roots, stem, leaves. When you think of fruits, I want you to think the part that contains the seeds. Now the next question we need to go over is, how much fruit and vegetables should we be eating in a day? Well, this answer isn't that simple. The amount of fruit and vegetables that you eat in a day are going to depend on a few factors. It's going to depend on your age, it's going to depend on whether you're a boy or a girl, and it's also going to depend on the amount of activity you're doing in a day. So if you're not getting your 60 minutes of exercise in every day, you're going to be eating less fruits than you would if you were exercising. Regardless of those factors, you're going to be eating between 1 to 2 cups of fruit a day.
This is what 1 cup of fruit looks like. This is a measuring cup. It is used to precisely measure food. This is what 1 cup of fruits or a cup of vegetables looks like. It is not a normal drinking cup. Look at the size difference between the cup that you drink from and a measuring cup. A cup is a measuring tool that is used to know if you are eating or using the right amount of food or ingredients when you are cooking.
And those are going to be split up between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you don't need to eat 2 cups in each meal. You would eat 2 cups spread out throughout the day. And if you're very physically active, you would need to eat more than that. Now let's talk about the amount of vegetables you should be eating in a day. The same thing applies with fruits. It's going to depend on a few things. It's going to depend on your age, it's going to depend on if you're a boy or girl, and how much activity you have in your day. But with anybody, that range is going to be between 1 to 3 cups of vegetables every single day. Again, that's every single day.
Here's what 2 cups of raw broccoli looks like.
Why is it so important to eat fruits and vegetables anyways? Let's go ahead and talk about the benefits of eating fruits and vegetables. Both vegetables and fruit are high in fiber, which means they keep us full so we don't feel as hungry and we can wait to eat to the next meal. Most vegetables are naturally low in fat and calories. Vegetables are also an important source of vitamins such as potassium, vitamin A, vitamin C, all things which a healthy diet needs. A diet full of fruits and vegetables helps our body protect itself from certain types of cancers. So the more vegetables and fruit you eat, the less likely you are to get some cancers. Fruits and vegetables are one of the most important things to eat in your diet. The more you eat them, the healthier you're going to feel and be. These are sunflowers. They just haven't bloomed yet.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the lesson and I hope you learned something new. Be sure to go back into the Google Classroom and answer the questions in regards to the lesson.
Charlie just jumped in the pool.
These aren't ready to be picked yet because they're not blue.
This banana is not good. It's a little too ripe. I'm gonna gag.
Until next time, when we learn about eating healthy grains.